Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video.
Well, babes, we've made some amazing progress with the renos this week, and this house is really coming together, but if there's anything that it's missing, it's that much needed cottage core charm. And you already know we're tackling that today. So let's go. Well, hey babes, what is up? It's Haley and welcome back to my channel. My oh my, what a week it has been. After having so many renovations done in our kitchen, the vibe in our home right now is completely different. Here's what our current kitchen is looking like, and I truly feel like slowly but surely we're adding more character into this home. With that being said, I feel like there is no better way to add charm into your space than to go thrifting for some new home decor. When I take a look at my inspiration and my Pinterest of the kind of vibe I want to emanate in this home, I would characterize it as very cottagecore, but now that we're in the colder seasons, I want to lean towards more of a fall winter cottagecore house. Lots of darker wooden tones, some brass elements, patterns like gingham and plaid, which feel very country to me. I want to lean more into the darker tones. So plum, burgundy, dark green, anything and everything that will make my house feel like a cozy winter cabin. I always film these aesthetic based videos because I love to try out new things, and I always love to do it in threes. Whether it be thrifting the home decor to match that vibe, dressing in styles that are very similar to that aesthetic, and the third, one that people usually overlook, is getting your fragrance down. When you walk into a room, don't you want to be that person that everybody notices and says, oh my god, you smell amazing? Well, I have been on the lookout for my signature scent for a long time, and I think the reason it's so hard for me to find it is because I'm somebody who always likes to switch it up. I mean, you guys know me, with all my thrift trips, I'm constantly switching up aesthetics and vibes of things that I'm looking for, so I asked you guys to come through and give me your favorite perfume recommendations of things that I can try out. And this is Scentbird. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that allows you to test out one or more designer perfumes a month for just around $17. So every month, the perfumes that you choose come in this little magnetic case with the perfumes right inside. Each vial has got enough in it to last you for 30 days, so you can truly take your time to decide if a perfume scent is right for you. Plus, these carrying cases are so cute. You can just twist to unlock it, and then you can constantly apply on the go. The perfume I'm currently trying out and I'm absolutely loving is the Versace Bright Crystal. This scent gives off that cottagecore vibe so well because the main notes for the scent are peony, yuzu, pomegranate, lotus, and it has a hint of musk, which is definitely what gives off that cottagecore feel. Because I mean, that musk smell just reminds me of like the woodsy aspect of cottagecore, which I love so much. Another perfume that I really want to try out for myself was Marc Jacobs Daisy. I know that this is a popular one, but guys, this perfume is so expensive, even if you want to buy a small size bottle. When I saw that the Marc Jacobs Daisy perfume had strawberry, violet leaves, and jasmine, I knew that I loved all those scents on their own. Yeah, I'm getting so much of that strawberry, which for a summer cottagecore scent, definitely this is the one. They've got over 600 perfumes for you to test out and try, as well as colognes for the men in your life too. So here you go. Instead of buying one perfume bottle that costs between $100 to $500, for just around $17 a month, you can get multiple perfumes from designer brands that you've been really wanting to try, without the commitment and the opportunity to test out more scents that you've never discovered. If you guys click the link below, or you can just go ahead and scan the QR code right here, you can use my code CORNER to get 55% off your first month with Scentbird. That's about $8 to try out designer perfumes that I know you've had on your wish list. Thank you to Scentbird for partnering with me. This is truly the solution I've been looking for. So no matter what thrift trip or aesthetic you're styling that day, you'll always have a perfume to suit your vibe so that you can enter a room and finally get that compliment of, ugh, you smell so good. So gonna get myself in that cottagecore spirit. Let's bring the vibes into the thrift store as we make our home a nice, cozy winter cottage. Let's go! Alright guys, we've made it into the thrift store, and I have to say I am super excited to get into this because it's been so long since I've dedicated a thrift video that's like mainly thrifting for the house. And I know with the amount of aesthetics that I thrift, it could definitely get confusing. But if you guys want to keep it simple, think of it this way. Basically a cottagecore style, but with the darker tones. Like that's at least how I see it. You still have those cottagecore elements like lots of woods and florals, vintage looking patterns, cool furniture, but think of it in a darker color scheme. So I actually stopped by right here in the home section where all the quilts are. In the past, I found a beautiful, stunning quilt for a cottagecore style, and now I found the perfect dark cottagecore version. Guys, look at this stunning, beautiful quilt right here. Like, I want to make a jacket out of this. But even if I don't, I just love the details of all of this bedding. I feel like for this time of year, this is literally the entire aesthetic in a nutshell. Only $5.99 for it too, and these patterns are exactly what I'm looking for. Darker florals, darker colors in general. I mean, what a perfect way to start thrifting for this theme. After checking out the quilts, I thought I might as well go ahead and check out the pillowcases because sometimes you could find such beautiful like ruffled ones over here. Love the ruffles on these, but not so crazy about the yellow. But next to it, you guys, look at this absolutely perfect gingham pillowcase. The pink is so stunning and only $2.99 for like a pack of 3. I have to say though, I was wondering where the heck would I use a pillowcase this big? But I actually came up with an idea. I think that these pillowcases would make amazing floor pillows for my girls. If I was to stuff them and like put them on the floor in a little reading nook or a book corner, can you imagine them sitting on this and reading their book for $2.99? I mean, I've got to try it. Moving on to the art section. I have to tell you, lately this has been one of my favorite sections because I feel like my walls right now are just so blank. They need so much more personality, and here are just a couple of examples of frames that definitely look a little more vintage that can just add such a nice touch to your home. And let me tell you, I was here last week and I found an incredible piece, like literally so beautiful. I'm gonna show you that footage now because I recorded it on my phone. Just take a look. Got by the thrift store quickly and I wanted to take a look at some of the artwork. Guys, this is a genuine oil painting on a real parchment canvas. It's listed for $19.99, but it's 25% off and it is so beautiful. I even love the wooden frame and the color of it, so I wouldn't even change that at all. Such a big size, absolutely stunning. And like you can see little gritty details on it. Oh, so much character. I love. How insanely gorgeous is that piece on a real canvas, an oil painting for $15? It's crazy. So I'm really hoping that we can get lucky with something here today, hopefully of a similar vibe. And you definitely gotta dig. Guys, hold on, look at these 2 pieces of artwork. This is so freaking precious. I love that they're also similar but kind of different. I do have to say though, I feel like the frame is cheaper looking, so I would either use some rub and buff to change the frame or even reframe it into something else. Something else to point out though, if you are looking for artwork, I think that these sketches on original parchment of homes that have so much character would be such a beautiful addition. This was made in 1979, and even if I don't want to keep it in the black frame, I could for sure reframe it in something else, but I love this piece. I absolutely love this mirror right here. The shape and the details are so cool, but it's $70. I mean, that's pretty much the price of a regular mirror you could find. It's also not that big. Plus, I don't really know where I have space for a shape like this. I'm telling you guys, there's a reason that I never miss the wood section, because if you want a cottagecore style home, the wooden accents are key. I mean, just look at this right here. Oh my gosh, precious little shelf. You can store things in here like napkins or hand towels, or I'm even thinking down here on the hooks to maybe put oven mitts. The flower details are stunning and it's only $9.99. I mean, come on. All right, hold up you guys. You know what the best thing is? When you find something that you weren't planning to look for, but now that I see this, I'm like, oh, this would be a perfect solution for something that I've been wanting. In our kitchen, we have like a corner area, which most people do, that I wanted to somehow make use of. And I think this would be perfect to put in that corner. I actually love the dark wood tone of this. For me to put like fruit baskets and stuff in here, this would look so stunning in that corner. Plus, I love the wood carvings. It just gives it so much character. Guys, whenever I find these, it is literally such a score. This is a tissue box holder. Matches this aesthetic perfectly. It is made of brass, and you could see that it's dark because it's tarnished, but I actually kind of really love the look of that. You know, tissue boxes are honestly so freaking ugly, so adding this on top of your tissue box dresses it up and just makes it look so much better on your counter. And then right up here, I found another item that I think is so stunning. I've been wanting one of these jewelry boxes to hold my jewelry that I have on my bathroom countertop. Specifically, I wanted one with a lid, and this one is perfect. I don't know, lately I'm leaning toward the tarnished brass look over like the really bright gold. $9.99 for this, but I do think yellow is like 75% off or something. Love that. And they look so nice together too. All right, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I'm taking a look at these, and for some reason, I don't know, I love the teapot, but I feel like all the colors surrounding it are just too bright for my space, especially right now because I'm going for like moodier and darker. But I let it marinate and I decided I'm gonna change my mind on them and leave them behind. They are still super cool, but maybe just not for my current home decor. All right, another way to cozy up the home is with some curtains, tapestries. Adding fabric in, whether it's like in rugs, pillows, cushions, blankets, curtains, it's such a great way to warm up your home for the winter. And over here in the curtain section, I found the most beautiful, very country, cottagecore feeling plaid curtains. They've got the little loops here on the bottom, and guys, this is exactly what I mean. It feels so cottagecore, but because it's like the darker green, this is how you make it more fall appropriate. I am thinking to turn this into like a little cafe curtain for my kitchen that I think will be just such a cute addition for the colder months. I love that. I always love shopping the frames in the frame section because so many of them can honestly be transformed into something so beautiful. You could put whatever kind of artwork artwork you want, family pictures in there too. This one I think would have been perfect for a summer cottagecore vibe. Look at this adorable little frame for $3.99. It's got these like hand-drawn strawberries on it. Again, this feels more summer cottagecore, but I love it anyway. I've also said it time and time again, the thrift store has the daintiest, most precious servingware. Because I keep kosher, like I've mentioned in the past, I'm only able to thrift ones that are made of glass. But just look at how pretty the floral designs is on these. You've got these ones too for a more colorful touch. Anything that looks like it would be at my grandma's house is ideal. Ugh, such a stunning mug. But I do see this piece right over here, which I think would be a perfect little cottagecore piece. On my countertop in my kitchen, I always keep a ton of like avocados, lemons, whatever I need to keep out of the fridge. Imagine just placing this on your countertop and storing them in here. Just such a nice little vase to keep it all together. Gives off that aesthetic of I just went berry picking, which is exactly what we're looking for. These somehow actually fit the theme so much because of the dark color, but I actually am looking for some deeper pans for my cooking. But these are oven safe too, and I love the deep plum color for the fall time. All right, hang on y'all. You know how much I love corduroy bags, especially for this time of year. This couldn't be more perfect because it's got all of these like darker tones in it. I feel like it'll be the perfect new little filming bag. I use this one all the time because this thrift store doesn't actually allow you to bring in big bags because I guess people steal. That's kind of why I always bring the same bag all the time. You guys always wonder why. But corduroy ones are honestly my favorite, and this will be perfect addition for the season. Like I said, I do want to have more of a home focus today, but it doesn't mean that we still can't find ourselves some really cute outfits to suit this aesthetic too. Because there's nothing better than taking a selfie in the mirror and your outfit vibe matches your home vibe. But you know what, you guys? Just because we are doing a darker cottagecore theme, it doesn't mean you still can thrift lighter items. I'm actually imagining a top just like this because you know all this like thick knit and crochet is very cottagecore-esque with like a black slip under and boots. That would honestly look like such an adorable fall winter outfit. And I love the little details in the bottom. Ugh, this whimsical vibe, guys. I am so here for it. This looks like something that Phoebe would wear from Friends. There's so many ways that you could make something like this work. I love the paisley print. Adorable. I thought I might as well take a peep into the jacket section because it's finally getting colder here, guys. But you guys, remember how I told you I've been looking for a perfect suede jacket? This one is stunning, $14.99. For sure it's real suede, and it's got this lacing detail which I love. It was even paired right next to this green turtleneck, which I honestly think together works so well. Like, come on, that paired together in an outfit? I need your feedback on this sweater right here. I think it's so cute. I personally love embroidery, especially when it has like fruits and stuff. I feel like it's very like within that cottagecore aesthetic. The only thing I'm kind of hesitating about is that it's got some of these sequins over here, which I kind of think ruins the vibe, but I really think it's so easy to just take this off. It's honestly the coziest, softest sweater ever, but I want you guys to give me your feedback. Embroidered fruit on sweaters. Into it, not into it? If I do end up getting it, would you recommend that I get rid of the sequins, or do you think it's a nice holiday touch? I don't know. Let me know below. And guys, as soon as I put this down, I didn't even realize that it's got a beautiful satin bow on the back. I mean, this is like a perfect little cottagecore holiday sweater with like a plaid skirt or something. I love that. Speaking of skirts, I am now in the skirt section, the long skirt section specifically, and I found this cozy wool skirt that is like super long. Hold on, let me show you how I envision it. All right, you guys remember this top that we picked out? Imagine it paired with like a longer brown skirt underneath. I think that would look so good together. And because of the dark skirt, it kind of helps you see the fringe on the bottom, which I love, especially. And in the shorter skirt section, I'm hoping to find something that will pair really well with this sweater that we got. I'm not gonna shy away from patterns because the sweater is majority white. Something like this would have been really cute if it was shorter. Even this one right here, I'm telling you, a burgundy plaid skirt would have looked so nice, but the zippers, this is like a millennial thing. I remember when these were so in trend to have these like hardware zippers on the front. If it was just a blank skirt, I would have definitely picked it up. As soon as I spotted this, I was like, okay, all the characteristics that I want. Darker colors, stripes. It's an Urban Outfitters sweater, and I honestly feel like this would look so cozy on. I'm a weak one when it comes to stripes, so for sure picking it up. All right, you guys, I'm just trying on a couple of my fashion finds. Like I said, my goal today was definitely not to buy clothes, but I can't resist. This is a suede jacket. I do love the color. Only thing about it, I guess this is the downside of using real suede, is that it's very stiff. Do you guys see? When I fold it over, it's like not stretchy, which I guess makes sense because it's suede. I do really love the details on it though, but I have to say it's not a love. It just feels a little bit too boxy. I already tried on the skirt and it fits perfectly. Let's see with this top. This is like one of those things that's like a hit or a miss. You know what? I actually find this really cute. I mean, obviously not with what I'm wearing under, but maybe with like a black slip under or the long maxi skirt. I mean, this feels so cottagecore. I love the feel of the sweater. It's so cozy, but I don't know how I feel about the fit. The lady just told me it's a cute sweater, but I don't know, guys. What do you think? take it or leave it behind. Guys, I am convinced that this shirt would look so cute under a pair of overalls. Like denim overalls. Look at the sleeve, it feels so 90s or even like early 2000s. Something that I was just never able to get behind when it came to thrifting was rugs, because I don't know, for some reason I just feel like rugs are secretly so dirty. Maybe not even so secretly, but I do want to show you guys this one, which is so perfect for that darker cottagecore vibe. The flowers are so stunning. I love the navy blue undertones also. Honestly, I love the dark tones of this. I'm actually so motivated now to buy something so similar as like a kitchen runner to add in some of that darkness. I feel like that would be so pretty. Definitely say this is about to be one good thrift haul. If you missed the last vlog, I spent all of last week renovating our new kitchen. And now comes the fun part, adding in the accessories and the details. When I was at the thrift store, I made sure to keep my eye out open for darker tone woods because I do feel like they complement these countertops so much better. All right, so let me show you a couple of the items I picked up as well as how I plan on styling them in the kitchen. So the first thing that I picked up was this ceramic kind of picnic basket. I don't really know what it's meant to be used for, but I think it would be such a cute fruit bowl. Imagine putting like little tangerines in here or like avocados while I'm waiting for them to ripen to sit on the countertop. I feel like that would look so cute. Just $9.99 for this. Something that I love to keep my eye out for is colored glass. I feel like colored glass is so in right now. On my last thrift trip, I actually picked up these two glasses that I use for my coffee or my lemon water in the morning. They've got the sweetest bubble detail on the handle, and I just like love the look of colored glass in general. These are usually so expensive if you buy them new, and I'm so excited that I was able to get a set for under $10. $3.99 for the little one and $4.99 for the bigger. I'm actually getting myself a KitchenAid mixer, so these are gonna be perfect to bake like banana breads, brownies, or even an entire like one pan meal with like chicken and potatoes. And again, just so beautiful. Okay, this one I was so excited for, and I actually think it's gonna match the new kitchen so well. This is a tissue box cover meant for like square tissue boxes. It's like a universal thing that tissue boxes are literally the ugliest colors, the ugliest designs ever, but you always gotta keep them out because you need them easily accessible. So this is kind of like jewelry for your tissue box. I actually got this gold one on a previous thrift trip, which I really love too, and it matches the kitchen so well. But I think this one would match so much better on my wooden table, and this one would look better on the countertop. What can I say? I just love making things pretty. For just $3.99 too, definite win. Another piece that I got, not necessarily for the kitchen, but for $9.99, I got this beautiful glass one that has the brass metal etching around it. The feet that it stands on, it gives it so much vintage charm. I gotta think about what to use it for, but honestly, you could pop it onto any coffee table or side table, and it could be a nice catch-all dish. Moving on to some wood decor. Okay, if there's anything I realized about the cottagecore style, especially if you want to go with like the fall and winter tones, wood accents are so crucial, and I feel like they definitely add a touch of charm. Look at the flowers that are engraved. It's got these little hooks too. I'm definitely thinking to go and mount this on the wall, and then imagine having, for example, like kitchen mitts hanging off of here as an accessory, or like rolled up dish towels in here. I have a few like single recipe cards also that I can just slide in here too. Comment down below, for this floral shelf, should I go ahead and stain it a darker wood? Maybe more like a rich chocolatey color, or leave it as is? Speaking of wooden decor, this next piece I am so excited for. Got the shelf for just $4.99, and I have the perfect spots that I want it to go. And that is right over here in the corner. But the way that I'm imagining it is like styled right underneath that shelf. I can go ahead and put some of my favorite mugs on there, maybe a couple spices and like really pretty containers. Corners in the kitchen are usually like the most annoying part of the kitchen to style because again, it's a corner, but that's where I think a shelf like this would work so well. Wait, guys, why did I not think about this? The shelf is too high. I'm actually so sad. Why didn't I consider the fact that I thought my shelves were taller. I mean, that would have just looked so good there, especially after I restained the shelves. Well, if anything, hopefully that at least taught you something, that if you are planning to redecorate any part of your house, measurements are essential. This is still so pretty though. I feel like I have to save it and like find a place for it. Maybe in one of our bathrooms. We have a corner there. But a characteristic from this piece that you do want to look for is spindle carvings, whether that be spindle legs, spindle wood, anything that has this like engraving curved detail, I think would just look so pretty and give you more of that cabin look. Moving on to some artwork. This painting that I thrifted is so stunning, and it has the characteristics of everything I want this home to emanate. This frame, first of all, I love love this wood tone color, and I actually think this is the wood tone that I want to go ahead and do on my shelves. The painting itself has so many different tones of green and sages, which I love. And then because it's a real canvas, guys, a real canvas oil painting, I got it for $17.99. But because it's obviously an older painting on a real canvas, the canvas kind of discolored over time, but I like that. It gives it such a vintage look. And there's something so beautiful about the square frame and the round painting in it. I cannot wait to find a proper place in my home to style this. Stay tuned for the next vlog when I go ahead and decorate my home for winter. We're gonna have to find a spot for this. Probably one of my favorite thrift home finds ever. Then on this trip, something that kind of gave me that same, I don't know, handmade feel was this piece of artwork, which is actually a sketch that is handmade, also on a real canvas. You notice how real canvases have that slight yellow hue to them because they do discolor over time, but I like that. I think it adds so much more character to the artwork because everything you see in like the regular home stores right now just feels too new looking. You know what I mean? $3.99 for this piece, and I'm definitely thinking to reframe it, maybe put it in a smaller one that kind of only shows off the graphic. Sketch art, I love. I'm gonna be on the lookout for more of these for sure. All right, moving on to textiles. This is the thing that I think completed the trip to a T because it's just so perfect. The color, the pattern. We've got this stunning, gorgeous quilt. It is beautiful. You've got the dark florals on one side and then this beautiful quilted pattern on the other. I mean, just take a look at all this patchwork in detail. I think I paid like $12 for this. So beautiful as a throw for a bed or even a blanket for the living room couch. We've got possibly the best find of curtains within this cottagecore aesthetic. Look at these plaid ones. I mean, come on. These are so stunning. They are definitely shorter. I'm just trying to think what the best way is to style them. If I want to add more color to my kitchen, I can like shorten these and kind of make a little window skirt, just like I've done in the past. Then again, another option I've seen is some people creating little curtains to put over their stoves and ovens just like this. I mean, how pretty does that look? Do you guys remember the door that we DIY'd? It's still chilling here because I haven't had a chance to hang it up yet. But we had that wall dilemma where half of this window, ideally we wanted to cover with something. And so many of you actually suggested to do a little like half curtain on some of it. The wood and this green looks so good together. Oh my gosh, should I do it? Should I create like a little mini skirt of a curtain for this door using this? Comment down below. Would that be a good idea? I actually think it would look so good. But you guys know me, I always need your confirmation on anything, so let me know. Sticking with the plaid pattern, I found something that isn't necessarily like within this theme of like a fall winter cottagecore, but this is still very, very cottagecore, and I thought it would be perfect in the girls' future shared room for just $2.99. I got 3 of these absolutely huge pillowcases in a gingham pink, which have this ruffle details I love so much. I can definitely wash these and like style them on a bed, but I think that they are so big that they would make the perfect floor pillows. To put some stuffing in these and then just throw them on the floor, maybe like next to a bookshelf, it will be the ultimate reading book nook for the girls. I love, 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 love that idea. Even these look really good together. I love plaid and I love gingham. And I think within this home aesthetic, this pattern just works so well. Guys, are you ready for this? This outfit right here, honestly, makes my cottagecore dreams come true. I don't like this angle. I'm like too low, but I'm not used to filming in my living room. But as soon as I saw this top, I knew that it would be the perfect thing to layer underneath some overalls. Got it for $3.99. And that's exactly how I styled it here. Just look at these sleeves. They're so flowy and so pretty. I think the green and the blue work so well together. And I mean, really, doesn't it just look like I'm about ready to go tend my farm or work on my garden? I am just so in love. It's got the cute bow detail over here, and I just added a headband also. I don't know, I'm just really into this, but what do you think? And then the last thing that I picked up was actually this sweater that I got for $4.99. I love the stripes, and again, neutrals with green is my favorite for right now. I love the thick, chunky knit of this. This could actually look really good with these overalls also, so let me try that. Honestly, even with like a normal pair of jeans, it already looks good. But what can I say? For the fall and winter, I love a good overall moment. Yes, so cute. A part of me just wishes that they were slightly looser in the leg, but I mean, it still works. Thrifted this sweater for $4.99. And if you also want to pull off that cottage vibe for the colder months, a thick striped knit, it's your go-to. I honestly do not know what to say. I could not be more excited and happy. All of these insane thrift finds. I mean, isn't this whole look just a vibe? I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe down below if you haven't already, because the next vlog vlog is the one where I'm gonna be decorating my entire house for winter, but again, in this cottagecore theme. I'm gonna show you how I take all these pieces and then find a proper home for them. And as always, probably ask you for a ton of advice too. If you guys are watching up to this point, you know that you're the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. If you're watching up to this point, comment down below cozy cottage, because that's truly the vibe that I was going for on today's thrift trip, and I for sure think that we delivered. Every time I thrift for different vibes and aesthetics, it just unleashes a different part of my personality. And to suit every personality to the T, I love to have amazing fragrances that go with it. So if you guys want to play around and experiment with some amazing fragrances for yourself, you can scan the QR code right here, or I'm gonna leave a link down below to Scentbird. And with my coupon code corner, you can get 55% off on Scentbird. You get the product for half the price, which is just $8. I mean, the deal couldn't get better than that. But with all that, I love you all forever, and always be sure to stay tuned to the next vlog to see us decorate it all. And I cannot wait to see you in my next one.